Laura and I first started talking about the idea of forming a foundation in 2009, just before she passed away. She really wanted to do something that would help other women that came after her, and she was passionate about that and the need for early detection research. That's how it all started.
One of our first fundraisers was a 2-day yard sale held at our home. We had a small group of volunteers who worked on it for weeks, and we raised over $3,000. It was a humble beginning, but it was really energizing. Later that fall, we held our first Head Over Teal race and Taste of Teal event, and by the end of the year, we'd raised over $68,000, which well exceeded our expectations.
A few months later, we awarded our first $50,000 research grant, and we've never looked back since.
I first heard about Laura Crandall Brown herself when my 6-year-old daughter was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and we had just moved to Birmingham, and I was talking about Emily and her case and her diagnosis with a friend at a library, and Laura's cousin overheard me and said, "Your daughter has what?" And I told her, and she said, "My cousin has the same diagnosis." And I was pretty shocked to hear, because I knew how rare that diagnosis was. The next time, unfortunately, I'd heard about Laura, I was in the hospital, and they delivered newspapers to the room. We had gotten a newspaper one day when Emily was receiving chemotherapy, and she had passed away. That was pretty terrifying and heartbreaking as a mother of a child who also had the same diagnosis. Jim and Cecilia asked Emily to attend and be the honored guest at the very first Head Over Teal back in 2010, and also asked her to blow the starting horn. So that began from that year until today. She has blown the starting horn for the race every year, and she's been excited to do it. She started out being able to only walk the 1-mile run, and now she has run almost every year since then, actually run the 5K. Laura Crandall Brown Foundation over the past 10 years has been very special to us. They have always honored Emily and made her feel very special. They've also raised so much awareness in our community of not only Emily and her illness, but just of the illness as a whole, and how important it is to have early detection so that cure rates can be better, because unfortunately Laura did not have that. Emily herself did not have that, but luckily we were able to receive treatment that cured her. But Laura Crandall Brown Foundation has just been an amazing part of this city.
My wife Toni was diagnosed with ovarian cancer about 6 months after Laura, so I got involved with the foundation right at its beginning. I just really wanted to learn all that I could and try to make a difference because of what Toni was going through. The growth I've seen over the past 10 years is really remarkable. In the early days, all of us were learning as much as we could about ovarian cancer and trying to build awareness, because early detection just wasn't possible. We saw so many women like Toni being diagnosed in the later stages because the symptoms were either misinterpreted or attributed to other sources. Today, the foundation has remained true to that original focus on early detection research, and over the past 10 years has reached literally thousands of women through the awareness and patient support programs. Touching all of those lives in such a positive way is something I could not have even imagined in 2009.
I think that Laura would be really proud to see what her mom and dad have done with this organization. I know that it was Laura's wishes to have this organization, and from where it started with Laura passing away and them being able to have the strength the next year to begin this tiny grassroots movement to fulfill her wishes and to make sure that other families don't have to go through this, to what it is now with huge events, the Taste of Teal, the Head Over Teal, the large board, the involvement with the local hospitals, the involvement with the state and the Capitol, the legislation, the studies that they have that they have funded. It's just been amazing to see what's happened over the last 10 years, and I really think Laura would be proud to see it all.